Hello and welcome. Right. Oh, I've got two farm simulators and that's going to confuse the game. The recording, should I say. Aha. Right. Now it's got it. Fantastic. Oh, I didn't realise I'd done that. My bad. Good job I checked. That would have been recorded. It typically had chosen the wrong window. So it is the big... Yeah, now we're going to make an absolute fortune. The one thing I haven't done so far... It's actually brought... I did mention this specifically in the beginning that I was going to grab my flatbed. And I think it's the Mark II. No, it's not. It's the Mark III. It is indeed. Right, so yeah, this one... It's my original... Well, it's not my original. I've been through so many iterations of this. And I've got so many... of these literally kicking around. It's unbelievable. Let's grab you will do nicely, and we'll take the telehandler, and we will need to put the we were talking about where to put the sell point, and we've not made any choice, but we are definitely going to be trying to think of the word, because I've not only just woke up, but I'm only just focusing. Yeah, I've been doing a bit of modding, which was successful for this very Let's Play, strangely enough. Yeah, I've got some... I'm not sure I've quite done it right, but I have almost done it right, with the help of the AI. Yeah, I'm not... So, this is the rock hammer. I prefer it to be... Using the one that we used, it was sort of became so apparent that it's so faffy, to spin it around. I thought I'd sooner stick it on something. So I've had a go at making it with different attachers, but the physical attacher doesn't change. But I believe it will work. I just need to make the model, 3 different models, I think, to make this happen. But the positioning is correct for each of the models, as in for each type. So it does add the options on. That was the thing I was also wanting to see. Does it show you the option price for the different attachers? And it does. So yeah, I thought I'd just go back to the original Paladin model and go with that, and then just change it and use it because I prefer that, if I'm honest. You could have used any model, I know, but I sort of thought it's a lot cheaper. But it is only an attachment thing. I just... it's doing those invisible weird lumps again. Just every now and again you get these weird things, and it's not even... Is it preempting snow dropping on the floor? Or I really just don't get why every now and again you go over these invisible blobs, and it's not a map-based fault. It happens on loads of maps, but I'm sort of trying to focus upon, well, what is different on these? And I'm it is December. Is it a weather-based thing that in December due to... Right, now this is exactly where we need to be. Because we need to tell that to unload. Now, I can't remember what size these... Nope. Right, so we want Dawn's Glow, we want to spawn. I've got rid of... I used to have some more types of these. It was getting confusing, because when I first had it, I was converting from another mod, because I would, I'd worked within the Let's Play with the mod, so I did this, so I needed to change them. So, right, brilliant. Now, did you ever do the second set? No, I didn't. No, my bad. Yeah, I've made them twice as big so that I can incorporate changes at some point, but I've never actually implemented them as of yet. All right, so let's grab something as well. I don't think this has been repaired, so let's just repair it too. Because we're going to need this to make our fortune, but we also need to put the sell point down. Yes, obviously there's... Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying, these invisible things. I just make sure that you actually repair this. Let's just repair it, because I know we might get the other one, but at the minute it is, like I said, a bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. So, yeah, this is now working. We do need to change its bale size though to 180s. Yeah, now mine only goes up to, it's a standard 180, but I have told the bale to be a bit bigger, but I don't think you need to create a new bale size like 185 or whatever you're going to call it, 181, and then tell the game how big the it is. But I need to check this from somebody else's config just to make sure, because it's difficult to just pull something out the air and understand how it works without going back first of all to the Giants model or seeing how somebody else did something similar, which is of course what most modders do, even though a lot of people say, oh, people don't like you doing that. Well, that's what everyone else does. How can I ever find out what they've done unless I look? Now copying, that's a completely different, not a very nice thing at all, but just looking, that's okay, I think anyway, personally. And if a modder wishes to fall out with me, then I've always been honest about what I've done. That is exactly what I've done. So yeah, if I'm a pariah in the circle of modders, I totally understand this. Yeah. Right, so then let's just stack them. So 7,000 I thought I had changed them to 7,000 because well, you can see this is still going to be an awful... Oh, do you know, seriously, you used to not materialize when there was an object in the way. Now you don't care. I've literally known them to spawn under you and like literally push the telehandler, or no, usually telehandler. Very infrequent do I not have a telehandler now. With having the red rock, you're sort of spoilt. I think 3 eyes enough, I reckon. Yeah, I need to push these out a little bit. I keep bashing into the body of the... Oh, that's what I mean. Yeah, exactly that. Why would you do that? Why? Surely there should be a proximity alert thing where I'm like there and you should like go, oh, there's something in the way, I shouldn't pop. No, that would be too easy. No, it's not that easy. It really isn't. It never is. Now then, it's a bit... Still, now then, is that going to be too heavy on that left side and tip? No, because it's attached to the Unimog. You should have strapped it though, because we've already had... It's true, I had a recent thing where I like dropped them because I hadn't strapped them. Was it on this very Let's Play? No, it wasn't. No, it was not. Heaven Crest. I believe... Oh, seriously? I think I ought to just push them and then like do it right. I'm going to go into a time lapse because this is going to take a while, even with 7,000 litre. Has that got a collision? Yeah, but it's a bit deep in. I think I need to adjust it. It's not... Ooh, it's not quite right. Right, let's go into this time lapse. So let's get this done, and we will... We're going to have to drop the thing quite close to us because these roads, side roads, are the only roads that we've got access to because the map maker... Yeah, it's one of those things, before I go into the time lapse, that sort of... Oh, seriously? Right, okay. I think what we need to do then is like push that like so. Be careful, we don't want to like collapse it. No, like that. Well done, Mr. Smith. Well done, you. Right, okay. Very well done. Oh, and now he's crashing it around. Right, okay, time lapse. Yeah, it's sort of... Obviously, the map maker makes the map, then they can do whatever they like as they're making the map. But obviously, the one thing that's never really been done, it's a bit like when you're putting bridges down. The game doesn't allow the player any kind of freedom to do what they've got to do, like for placing things that are sort of going to be part of the map, like a sell point. You only can put it on your own land due to the fact, the limitation that everything you do has got to be on your own land. Well, I think really Giants should make an exception for that kind of thing, that people need to put in specific places. Like, it is doable because obviously map makers do it. It would have to be a similar thing, and the object would have to be like not because it would have to be placeable on land that wasn't normally like placeable by the player. In other words, oh, seriously? Oh my life, you absolute horrible thing. Just because it's slight down, I wasn't even like going from a great height or anything. Oh well. Yeah, it would be interesting because obviously there's quite a few of these type of things where you run into this problem when you put in bridges down. You've got to own both sides of the lands, and what I do is I usually do the cheat. It will allow you, if you've got the mod on, to change the ground. It will allow you to place grass where you shouldn't be able to. So it's that sort of does that, and because of that you can make a land bridge, which I've frequently done. Because the bridges, unless you own both sides of the thing, it still won't work properly. So that's the workaround I've got. But it's sort of like, I think, well, what's the point in having the bridges then? If I, you know what I mean? Because I can't always own both sides, or I've got to then like go to insane amounts of things to buy the fields. It is a bit uneven. This is definitely is my fault because I've not evened it correctly. Oh, now I've got to be careful because I'm going to like collapse them again. Oh well, it's a mess on there already, so it's not going to be a worse mess than it already is it really? It might be actually. It might fall off. Yeah, with that type of angle, I'd imagine it's going to like collapse inward. I don't think that's going to recover. It's at such a horrible angle. Okay. Oh, wow. I wonder what that was doing then. I was like, what? I can't move. That saving thing is so powerful. And I'll take all the power out of the game while it's doing it. Right, so then I think we do too high and we'll put them on top of the ones that have fallen. And you watch, they'll decide that all of a sudden that they're going to write and they'll collapse everything onto the floor. Yeah, I've seen the way this thing works. It's a pain. Okay, let's do 2 at a time. Yeah, so it would be nice if you could sort of do it like that, where you got this extra option, really. But again, it's one of those things. It would also depend on like how many people have asked for this kind of feature. But it's just because Giants are not always very proactive on like understanding what people want. I think it's only usually after forums and people voicing their concerns and things that Giants really ever make any kind of change. Yeah, because actually this very map maker was the one who did aquaculture. I bet he feels a little bit robbed in a way, because basically Giants have done he's had to remove his because obviously there is now the fish in the DLC. So. But this is the guy that actually did that particular thing in the first place. No, we don't want to. Yeah, we're trying to. Yeah, it's quite amazing because he actually created it on this very map to begin with. So yeah, he's done some very creative things, really. To be honest, it did make me think about creating different trees and different tricks, because it is a feature I don't do very often. And obviously you could also nobble. Ooh, yeah, let's trap these quickly before any more accidents happen while that's behaving and like not deciding to correct itself. Ooh, I need to, yeah. Right, brilliant. Okay, I would like to change my straps as well, the colour to pink. Yeah, I would, because it's not because I mean, not that I should. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, but it's a very distinctive colour. I always find that the things, if I don't want to lose something in the grass, pink is the colour you can always see. It's, yeah, one thing I noticed when Oxygen David did his collectibles, obviously they were all different colours. The pink was so standy out-ish. It was like, even I, with my bad ability to find, was like, oh my life, there's a pink object over there. That's because you don't see pink in nature very frequently. Oh, seriously? Yeah, we need 3 again. So it really stood out, and I thought, oh, it was then that I thought, well, you see, pink is sometimes a very, very good colour, and the very best. So straps, likewise. I think pink straps would probably not be a bad idea. Right, we need to bring this forward a little. Yeah, that'll do. Let's just strap it completely. That should do nicely. We may have to do multiple runs because we have got a lot, even with 7,000 litre pallets. There's a lot of pallets going to be here. Yeah, the old 5,000 litres, this would have been like going on and on and on and on and on, even like with 5,000 litre pallets. Should be alright, should get away with it. If you strap it and you don't bash it, well, that's a real thing, because otherwise you're gonna like, yeah, lose it because you bash the thing and it moves. Right, let's get this sorted. Right, so I think time lapse now. I think I've explained myself reasonably well enough. I think, yeah, this is me. Right, okay, so then I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. I've got to be honest, I know it's a nice problem to have, but I thought they were never going to end. I mean, it's good, but I was stressing me out a bit. I was like thinking, calm down. Yeah, it's a bit precarious in places as well. Yeah, it's Friday morning, so I always find that I'm at my worst possible ebb in the work week, but I knew that I was alright with my calcs, and it was about 2.5 mils, or just nearly 3 mil-ish for all of it. So obviously what we spent with the fields, what we've got on hand, I knew we were getting close, but I sort of think the other thing, well, no, I was thinking perhaps it's because your forks are ethereal. I thought, and it's the body of the telehandler, that's not ethereal. Yeah, it really is a bit annoying, but I suppose I don't know that Giants could do anything about it. I think it's one of those things that it is what it is. You know what I mean? I don't think there's a way around it. Ooh, okay. One's not too bad. So 2 million, and it was, yeah, about 2.6, 2.7 mil in when you think about the fields, because it's 700 in for fields. Of course, we did have 300 on hand as well. It's still nevertheless fantastic. So all of our wood chips are gone, I think. No, they are. We did look. So yeah, I think that's the most I've ever done. And obviously I've not changed these. These have been around for a long time. The factory's good. It's the one thing. It is one of the better factories I've got. So how much for yeah, 7,000 litres, 20 foot. That seems a bit high, even for the boarding factory. That doesn't seem right. Why is that so high? So 7.7. No, that's right. Yeah, no, 7.7s would be 49, is what I was thinking. No, so that, yeah, it's about right. So let's have a look. Let's show everybody, yeah, what we've actually, the boarding factory is. The chipboard. It's not for 1,000 litres. It's not terribly, and they're all. I think was it some of them are slightly more, but I didn't want them all to be mega boring. Yeah, these are slightly more, the M-board chips. That's because they are better than the so all of the chips, that's why we need the glue, the guar beans and the guar glue, because it's that actually makes them last 2 or 3 times longer than like anybody else's, because they sort of dipped in a glue that basically makes them last longer, an awful lot longer than standard ones would do. So right, it was a time lapse, so should be fairly. Let me just also, yeah, that is annoying me. And it's hard, this is, because there's like 2 productions and a sell point all going on together, but I think it's this corner where the chevron is that's just a little bit awkward. If we like do the level from there and like that, it should be about alright, I would say. Yeah, I think so. Right, yeah, let's just get that level as well to that point. I think the rest of it needs leaving, because it's sort of, there's multi-levels going on, but the levels for the, yeah, never ever do I leave myself enough room for the optimal place for the trailer, ever. One of these times I'll actually do it, and I'll shock myself that I'll do it, and I haven't got to run half a mile to the trailer. But boy, oh boy, well worth it. Good cracking session, to be honest. I love it. It's obviously the culmination of an entire year. Is it a year or 2 years? Well, technically we are year 2, but that means we've done a year. Yeah, really. So 27, 24, 25, is that actually cotton harvested? So we can buy the field. Yeah, so these are the 3 fields I thought I'd like to buy. And I would like to do a lot of, because I know it looks like we've got ever such a lot of cash now, but if we're doing these fields of like walnuts and stuff like that, I've got to be honest, it's going to spend an awful lot of cash. We still got the other harvester. Did we reorder it? I don't know that I think I did. Yeah, the Leon one I did. So we'll want a couple of nut ones as well, in the hope that Courseplay can assist. If not, then it's a waste of time, because it'll all be me. But yeah, cracking session. It really was very, 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 very good. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Well, no, I didn't. I was stressed, but I enjoyed the results of what we're doing. We're going to do a little bit of something fun, like, well, we need to remove the stones if we're going to, like, do this. So let's do that then. Let's go grab the mover, which is somewhere over here. Right here. So let's grab this and let's grab the stones off. We've not got anywhere to put them at the minute, but I can like force tip them onto the ground somewhere. So it's going over those invisible lumps, whatever they are. Not sure you're going to get over there. You might if you do a run up, but we shall see. I'm not sure it's got the power. No, it hasn't. No. So we have got the means to do this. We have got plenty of tractors. You will do nicely. Oh, that poor fertilizer spreader. Don't half get whacked. How many times I've dragged it around. It's because it's got the frame that's invisible but still has collisions. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to switch the collisions off. Yeah, I'm not the only modder that's come afoul of that one. Cesaris has as well. So, yeah, there's a couple little refinements. Ooh. Still walloping invisible things. Yeah, where things have got like collisions where you don't want collisions, but I'm not always sure if there's a way out of like you hitting these invisible things that really are there but you can't see them, sort of thing. Right, let's grab and let's pull this up as well. No, let's go around like this way. So I'm not sure how many stones, tons of stones we're going to have. But we could make a bit of lime. We could make a bit of lime. Are we going to do self-sufficiency? I don't want to go mad. If we're doing all the walnutty things and all of the things on the map that actually go with that, I don't think, yeah, I think we'll buy lime. I don't want to, like, blur the lines and have so much going on that, because I've done that before a few times where it gets complicated. Because you're like juggling too much. So I'd sooner not. I think that's the last one on that as far as it goes. Yeah, some of them didn't break into very large things. 15,921 litres. Okay then. Won't let me force tip because yeah, I can sort of force tip on the edge of our land, but I'll have to move because it'll make too big a pile. Or not. Brilliant. Well, that is excellent. So that's that cleared. Are we gonna yeah, let's stick the European big shed down, I think. Now this is the one I did a bit of paint, the work on with the skirt. Now let's make this, yeah, almost on the edge of this bit, because like this is, oh yeah, I know we've not got rid of the stones on that one, but let's grab it is classed as a production because it has a production silo with it as well. So it's still very reasonable. It is. It's a really good, I think. Is it? No, it's a production. Yeah. Oh, and I've actually did the pictures, didn't I? I think the European is the last one. No, that's the English because it's brick. That's it. Slightly less red. So then we want... it is big. But then again, the bays aren't big enough if you don't do it big. So we want the... I think the silo bin at the other end is probably going to be more... Let's just have a look like this. So if we put it near the road... on that side is always going to have plenty of room because the road itself, we're never going to like take that off. So if we sort of stick that like that, see what your leveling's like. Well, yeah, we'll fix it, whatever. Let's try and get it like, it's about as good as I'm going to get it. Ooh, I knew it was going to be messy. I did. Ooh, that is weird. So why is it leveled but not leveled that bit there? It's got the chevrons though, on the bottom of the door. So we need to. This is messy. Wow, isn't it just Gordon Bennett? It is right. I think leveling is the one I'm going to have to use first, and I think the level where it's perfectly level is about there. Could have done with a bit of intensity, I think. Yeah, we should get the bottom of the door and that up here if we've got the levelling right. It's so high up now as well. It's still not done the painting inside. Partially it has, but like not a lot. I don't know, because we can't see the level. Yeah, you would uncover the... Yeah, no, it has. It has done the... It's just the levelling malarkey. I've got to be honest, with it being a bigger thing, I always find this type of thing's a nightmare anyway to like do. Let's get that right down to the base. Otherwise, triggers are terrible things. Alright, so we've literally... It's costing us a fortune, but we've not got money to burn. That is definitely true. Give it plenty of room, then we'll just soften. Although, no, we do need to discover the bottom of that like that. Right, so, yeah, that's about perfect. We can just see the lip of that, and then there's no shenanigans. Right, so I think if we go out to that point, the rest can be softened and pull back that away. So we need to... Let's give this a bit of intensity so it's a little bit quicker. Yeah, it was difficult because there's the road as well. So if we do that there like so, we should go straight back to where we need, which is so we can see. So we do really need to like do that as well. Otherwise you can't, yeah, and you need to go back further than you think, even though the road sort of is fairly behaved now. Not like it was in FS25 where it was a nightmare. So I need to go wider than I'm thinking. I'm hating to look at the... Oh, we've missed... Oh, I bet I got rid of a load of stones then as well. Oh my life. Still doing that triangle. That triangle's got worse. It has. That is terrible. Thought I'd like fix that, but I've actually made it worse. Right, okay, now then let's use a bit of soften and get rid of this horrible... Yeah, I have. That is worse than it used to be. I had a little triangle now. Now I've got a monstrous triangle. This is the painting thing. Wow. So, yeah, I had to go at this last time because I was sick to death of seeing the way that this... I've got to be careful because I'm going to ruin the stones if I'm not careful. Even if we're not doing anything with them, I don't want to waste them. It's not. Right, okay, so let's get this lot all looking something like as well. So the field. We want, we need to like level in there, otherwise we're gonna... have a weird look of stuff inside. I know that looks fairly good. Oh no, there's a bit on the left. Oh, we've gone like the wrong way, so we need to level from here. Excellent, that's not too terrible. Let's just have a bit of a go here. And we could do with a bit of painting. Luckily, this is grass. And it won't like do the horrible the brown earth thing, which I really detest the way that really mucks around. So, yeah, let's put a bit of grass down. No, let's do some of that nice. Yeah, this. I like this a lot. It's very nice. So let's give ourselves a bit of, even if it costs a bit, so let's just get this. Down the side as well. Let's not try and do the road though too much. And this side. I just think that usually I'm sort of trying to get better at this because it's something that I used to never do at all, and I realise the more you look at it, you think, well, it really doesn't look very nice when you do that. You know, like you've got to like try and make it look so much better than I am doing. So I am trying to get better at it. That was a bit messy. Oh, that's even worse. It's because it's so big. That's what it is. I've totally destroyed the road. Well, we can always find the road substance, and actually, if we've got it, that's the trouble. You don't always get everything. Oh, but you did. That is it. Let's do. Is it? I think it is. I think it is that. Let's just retrieve the edge of that as well. And let's retrieve a little bit of like an entire width of that, like so. That's not too terrible, I don't think. Yeah, so the road is back. A bit odd in that place there. It's not quite right. And then it goes too wide. Yeah, I know. Oh, right, okay, so not too terrible. Grass. Let's put a bit of grass in places where there's not a lot of places, really. Let's just put some grass back, though. I don't want it all to be concrete. Let's put... Oh, it's expensive grass, though. It is a little. Okay, well, that's different. Let's get rid of some of these bushy things. I just think it doesn't look quite right on there. And weeded, yeah, loads of weeds on a farm. I don't get really... I mean, they do... I know they do. You do get weeds on a farm, but what I mean is... Yeah, let's just try and get rid of them on our areas where we're working a lot. Brilliant. So I think that's probably not a bad session now. So we have... It has got small solar panels. They're not terribly effective, but it does bring in a little bit of cash, I think. We shall see, because we haven't got another... no, we have got the generator. It's one of the first things we play. So we shall see. I'm not sure if we will. So this is the center point with lots of bays. There's 3 bays there. You can almost get 2 things in each one of these. This likewise is bigger. It's obviously, we all know where it's taken from, but it's completely different. And obviously it's got these huge overhangs which make these bays very useful. Very rarely need to go inside. But again, this too has got nice side bays that you can put things in, as well as the huge cavernous run-through section. So it's now, I think, about the right size for using as a... I did see you. Yes, let's just finish that. get that gone as well. I'd like to get this, I think soften destroys it anyway. Yeah. Saves like 11. Let's just have a good look around, make sure that we have done everything. I think we have now, but it would be nice to make sure that it's all done. That looks pretty good to me. So that is the European bar. And I do like the wood effect on it. It's now looking something right. Yeah, they're still... Did I remove the damage? There's a few little bits of the original model coming through, but I've wooded this section here. It was concrete in the American one. So yeah, this is quite... I like it anyway. I think it looks very European. And the colours... a browny red rather than a reddy red. So yeah, a nice thing. And then this too is also done in a very similar sort of thing, which I think again looks very nice. So yeah, and it is a silo too. That's why it's in the production section, because this is a silo, 500,000 litre sort of silo. Well, it's a production silo, so it is sort of a multi-fruit, but yeah. So I think... yeah, I'm sure we did get through all of the wood chips. So I would like to address that with putting a poplar greenhouse down, but not this very minute. It's been a good session. So all that remains to be said for this session is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me. When can we plant the... Yeah, the apples and all that, March, April, May, June. So we're in December. So we've got to go all the way through the winter now. So we won't be doing any of that. We've got a bit of stone to lift on that other one. I've got trees to plant. Thought what I would do with the trees is almost like a hedge around most of this. And I would like to do that soon. I don't want to forget how many trees have we chopped down now, because we've chopped more down. I know where to look. Oh, wow. It was almost exactly the same amount. So 161 trees in total. So we want to be putting 322 trees down. No, 320 will do. That's not too terrible. So 2 for 1. And what I thought was we'd go like all the way around the edge of this, apart from obviously where we've got productions where we're not allowed to. So just trying to look. I don't think you ever get these. Yeah, so there's quite a few little spots that you don't like get access to, these like green things, which you will never be able to do anything in. Is that? Oh, okay, that's so certain bits of... I can't see anything that you'd not expect though. No, I'm not. I keep looking for like a number that's like not associated with anything else, that's sort of like the periphery or something, but I can't see anything. I think it really is, you're not supposed to have it. Simple as that. Yeah. So I would say that's fairly good with still having a mill and a half on hand and all those big fields which are there. Oh, well, let's have a look. 420, 720, 770. A mill, almost 1.1 million in fields, not including our two pieces for the farmyard. So we don't need much as we probably could manage that, but it would be nice to have all the buildings too and productions and things like that. But I don't want it to go silly. But I would like to. That's true. Are we going to like go with the productions on the map? Where are the productions we need on the map? Because if they're an awful long way, I'd sooner have one built. You know, like have the same thing. But if it means we're going into the town, I wouldn't mind doing it. So, yeah, what I'm thinking is the plenty of packaging. That's intriguing. It is. Salamanca. Let's have a quick look. Here we go. Yeah, because this does lemons, peach, plum. But that, yeah, we were going to do Yeah, well, we could do the apples and the fruits rather than what I was thinking of the nuts, personally. I thought it was sort of quite... I'm sure we saw something with the nuts. I like this as well. That is quite novel. And very imaginative, this map maker. Cheese, bakery. I'm sure there was something we saw with the nuts. Because otherwise it seems silly to go for the nuts. Feed. No, that really is what it is. Packaged honey. So I can't see anything that does the... Mind you, I thought if we did see something, I thought we said it was like not a very good one. I thought there was one where we did see it. But it was... Yeah, I'm sure we saw something that we did include the nuts. Because I said when I did the maths, it wasn't... No, it's, yeah. Castilian tailor. Has it disappeared? Sugar eggs. Apples. Again, these are fruits. I'm sure we saw something where you could do the nuts. Sure we did. Medicines. That's unique. I've never seen anybody have a go at that as well. Avila Mills. No, these are standard. What you'd expect, really. Yeah. Very, very strange. So I could... There we go. Dried nuts. But I think this was the one. Now then, actually, let's just do the maths. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. But produces 14, so there's no loss. So that's not too terrible. But what we found was that the nuts... but if he's done the same amount, you're not losing anything. So actually, let's have a look what dried nuts is, because that actually may be very good. I might have actually... If it was loss, then it's different. So nuts, what did it call it? Dried nuts is what we're looking for. Because I mean, that would mean we'd have to do all of them, which I don't mind. I'd like to work with this quite well. So we'd have to have raisins, which I've got a greenhouse that'll do that. Firewood. How do we do firewood? I think I'd sooner keep it simple and just do because the prices... Well, let's have a look, though, because I don't mean it could be really so good that you just can't... Yeah, 14,898. What I mean is you're not losing your component nuts. Are you? I'm trying to think about that, how the economics is going. Now, if you just look at any of the nuts themselves, they were like really good. So what I mean is, yeah, this is what I've often pointed out. Now, each of those nuts, if we look at the cost of each nut, is the way to look at this, because each one of them is... So let's just look at one of the nuts. Yeah, acorns, because they're like A for acorns. Right at the top of the... And they were all the same, we found. Apple. Okay, what's the acorns? They classed as... Yeah, they'll be classed as this, weren't the actual things. Yeah, they all were 4,589. So if you added that, and there were 12 of them, I think... 1, 2, 3. Yeah, because there's 2 types. That'd be 2,000. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Now 12 times 4,500 is an awful lot more than 15,000. It's an awful lot more. We are talking 2, so 4, 9, 9, 27, 54,000. You'd get for the components, not including the firewood, which there's another process to get to that, versus 15,000. So you're losing 2/3 of your profit by combining to make. This is what I'm sort of saying with a lot of modders make this. I've like done other big factories and I thought, am I making money on this? But when I do the maths, I think, yeah, the cereal factory is the worst I've ever seen, and that's a Giants one. That your inputs are actually worth almost exactly what you get out, and you're like, yeah, but I've got to put effort in to get that, and there's loss to make that. So when you work it out, and the production costs as well, actually you lose with Giant Cereal Factory. It keeps your money together, so it looks like you're making profit, but you're not if you work out the maths. This likewise, if you did all of that lot, you're losing 2/3 of your profit. You're better to sell off, and that makes no sense. So what I mean is, why would you do this? You wouldn't. You've got to buy this huge factory, and you've got like these raisins may be the one thing that are not worth quite as much. So they may be the only thing that, and the firewood again, I don't know what that is, but these, each one of these is 4,500. So that's 9, 27. 36, 45. Is that right? 45? Yeah, it is 45. 45,000. In fact, that was easy maths. It was 10. It's definitely 45,000, definitely. So 45,000 versus what you're getting is 15 for all of that effort to get the same thing. So really bad maths. And it's some, again, a lot of people fall foul. James Gaiman did one of his, and I said, you're not making enough cash on it. Now, he didn't go where I would have gone, but you do make profit, and good profit on it now, whereas before people would have been like, no, I'm not making any money. That, likewise, you're not. You will make a lot of money because it's all worth a lot, but if you do the maths, you're really losing money, really. So definitely not a good thing. Right, so I'm going to leave it there. All that remains to be said, I really am going this time, is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me on this journey. And I'm going to say goodbye for now.